Now we start talking again. That I started saying that I start seeing the slivers of psychology of Mao that might turn him into a micromanager, but the guy had to run this war, and he knew there was only one way to do it, and that's using the basic principles of combat leadership. And here he talks about it. There are differences also in the matter of leadership and command. In guerrilla warfare, small units acting independently play the principal role, and there must be no excessive interference with their activities. So here's Mao, the guy that tries to control, that led communism, which tries to control everything for the state. And he's saying that there must be no excessive interference with their activities. Individual freedom. Who would have thought that Mao was a proponent of individual freedom? In orthodox warfare, particularly in a moving situation, a certain degree of initiative is accorded to subordinates. But in principle, command is centralized. So he's talking about conventional war, and he's talking about how command is centralized. This is done because small units and all supporting arms in all districts must coordinate to the highest degree. Which is actually not true. It's possible to, and there's no doubt that decentralized command, even in a big conventional war, is infinitely better than centralized command. In the case of guerrilla warfare, this is not only undesirable, but impossible. Only adjacent guerrilla units can coordinate their activities to any degree. So we can only coordinate if I'm right next to you. Strategically, their activities can be roughly correlated with those of the regular forces, and tactically, they must cooperate with adjacent units of the regular army. But there are no strictures on the extent of guerrilla activity, nor is it primarily characterized by the quality of cooperation of many units. It's what you do on your own. It's what each individual leader does with his little team. That's decentralized command. And by the way, that's free market. That's capitalism. And it's unfortunate that Mao knew this for guerrilla warfare, but he couldn't make the connection. Or like I said, maybe he did, but he just grew corrupt with power. When we discuss the terms front and rear, it must be remembered that while guerrillas do have bases, their primary field of activity is in the enemy's rear areas. They themselves have no rear. That's the equivalent of, in jiu-jitsu, you don't want to give up your back. Well, in the military, you don't want somebody to be behind you.